we'll take a look at
Swinging on and happy, hippie, yeah. Hippie, yeah.
What's up YouTube, welcome back to Whacked Out ECIG. Today we have a very interesting tank that I have been enjoying a lot. It's the Aspire Triton, and I have two of them to show you the different coils and yeah, just to vape on both of them, show you the performance of both. So without wasting any of your time, let's go up close and check them out. Okay, so very simple packaging that the Triton comes in. You get the specs on the back, and there's a sticker here, but the information, that piece of paper can come out, so that's not a problem. It opens up, out comes your tank, and it should not come with liquid in it. This is mine that I've already opened up. You can take out this back part, then you get all that paper and information, a warning thing, and then an extra coil, which is a 1.8 ohm coil. The one that comes installed is a 0.4, and we'll talk a bit more about the coils in a bit. So this already has liquid in it. This one has it as well, but I just want to show you that you can use your own drip tip. So it's very simple how it works. The drip tip just comes out, then you have the 510 space, then you can take out this top part. It's easier with a drip tip on it. That pops out, and then you get your section for filling the liquid. Okay, so you can see it's closed off there now, but you can twist it and see there's a little arrow there showing someone vaping. You're going to want to bring that over to the liquid drop, and what that did is open up these holes. So to fill it, you just put whatever you're using right into there, and it's a pretty decent space. You can fit droppers and needle tips, whatever you want, and just fill it up. That's one of the best parts about this tank. It's very easy to fill. Also, once it's closed, you can see there, that's a juice port there, that's one there. They're all there, and when you're filling it, they're closed so it doesn't leak. But when you open it, and I'll twist it now, see if you can see these. You can see that's open now, and the juice can get into there. When I screw in the base, I like to screw it in more than usual just to make sure that the juice flow holes in the coil are showing, because if not, I think that could lead to dry hits. So before we take out the coil and take a look at it, this top part here is drip tip airflow. So you can twist this top part and open that up for some extra indirect airflow if you want it. If not, you can close it off. You can do whatever you want with it. I tend to leave it closed, but if you're really into getting those big clouds and stuff, that's a pretty good option to have, and it's not intrusive like the Atlantis V2. You can still use your own drip tip, and it doesn't make it look too wonky. So we'll take out the coil. You can see there it's a very simple coil like Aspire does normally, very similar to the Atlantis, stuff like that. And to take it out, you just twist. This is the 1.8, and it's indicated by the blue O-rings, light blue, not dark blue like a nickel coil. So yeah, the coil just pops right into there, and once you've filled your tank and everything, you just put it back on, and then you can adjust your airflow. It goes right the way around, which is okay, but there's a hole on one side and a hole on the other, so tons of airflow on this one, and you can close it off or open it up to whatever you'd like. Okay, let's take a look at the coils. Okay, so these are 2 packs of coils. The left is a 1.8, so I did not know about either one of these, that they were different from before. They did come from different places, but I mean, they're both authentic Aspire products. So but this one says all new filament, so I feel like the filament is the wire. I mean, this one uses stainless steel. It's the 0.5 ohm, 0.4 ohm, and this one is the 1.8, which uses Canthol. So that's a good thing to know when choosing a coil. Like you saw before, it normally comes with 5, but the other one's broken off. The 1.8s are light blue, and if you've seen temp control coils before, they're normally around 0.2 ohms, and they are nickel, but they have dark blue O-rings. They could have used many other colors than a light blue. I think that can confuse a lot of people. Oh, I should probably show you. This is the size of the hole. It's a very small hole, but it does use organic cotton. You can see there it says 1.8, and it's recommended 10 to 13 watts. So this is a mouth to lung coil. So this is the 0.4 ohm coil. It's the it's made out of stainless steel. You can see there 0.4 ohms, 26 to 30 watts. They look pretty similar like that, but you can see at the bottom the airflow holes are ginormous on the stainless steel 0.4, the one with the black O-rings, and this one on the left, the blue Canthol 1.8 ohm coil, very small airflow holes, and there is the difference that you can notice. So this one on the right, lung inhale straight up, 0.4 subohm. This one on the left is Canthol. It is for mouth to lung, not much air, so yeah, and it's above ohm, so it's not subohm. I think it's really good that they included an option that was mouth to lung and not subohm. Alright, so there's shit all over this table right now, but I'm just going to install the 1.8 because I already have a 0.4 in this one, and we're going to vape both of them. So I'll just show you how I install it. First, I put on the coil. That's a very, very simple thing to do. Second, I take my juice. I'm using Apple Snacks by the Breakfast Club e-juice. And this, if you can guess, tastes exactly like Apple Jacks. And since this is a 1.8 ohm coil, it's mouth to lung. I don't have any higher nicotine, but this is a 6. With mouth to lung, you're going to definitely want more nicotine. So I just touch up the juice holes, basically. And this is just priming it, right? I'll put a couple drops in the top. It'll soak in everywhere. It doesn't really matter where you put them. Yeah, I just want to make sure that when I start vaping this coil, and vaping this juice, and vaping this tank, that I am not going to get a dry hit, because those are the worst things imaginable. So yeah, this is pretty messy. Juice is everywhere, but it's going to get the job done. So we're going to put in our coil, and I'll try and show you up close what I mean about showing the... See there, you can kind of see the coil, but when I close it off, it's gone. I like to keep moving it very tight just until you can see those holes, because I want it to wick as well as possible. Open up the top. Again, another very simple thing to do. And just dump liquid right into it. And I sometimes do get spit back from this, and I think it's possibly because of a little bit of liquid build up in there, but for the most part it's not a problem. So these are the airflow holes in the drip tip, and I want to keep it closed, so I'll line it up properly so it closes. And then finally, most important part before you vape, switch this arrow back into vaping mode. You'll see bubbles come up and you are ready to vape. So a quick size comparison. I thought this was pretty funny. This tank is, including the 510, basically the same size as an iStick 50 watt in height. So it is a big ass tank. I mean, it's not as big as the Atlantis V2 in terms of like just generally, it doesn't seem as intrusive, but it's still a pretty long tank, and when it's put together, it's a big setup. So let's go back out and we will vape on both of these, the 1.8 and the 0.4. So that was an up close look at both of the coils on the Aspire Triton and just the tank in general. First off, I want to say this hat, I don't normally wear hats, but I just got vape mail from the Juice Punk, which is, I think it's new, Canadian e-liquid company, and it's good stuff. And yeah, they sent me a hat, so I figured I'd wear it. Why not? A review will be coming for their juice as well. So as far as this Triton goes, I'm really liking this tank. It is big. I mean, there's no two ways around it. It's a big tank. It's very tall, but it doesn't look intrusive. I think it looks very good. I guess some people won't like the look of it, but personally I think it looks good, especially with your own drip tip. You know, I think it looks cool. So pros and cons. First, let's start with just the tank in general. The removable drip tip, very good upgrade from the Atlantis V2. Being able to have the option of adjustable airflow without a proprietary drip tip, or just making it look ugly in general, very cool. The fact that it's top fill, I love that. I love the top fill. It's very easy to fill, and as long as you remember to switch it back over to fill mode or vape mode, you're fine. Adjustable airflow is good. Just taking out and replacing the coils, very simple. There's not much wrong with this tank. It has stainless steel reinforcements all around it, so you know, if you drop it, it doesn't come with an extra tank, but if you drop it, it's most likely not going to break because it has those walls of steel. So yeah, let's show you the performance between the 0.4 and the 1.8. I vaped this one already, but you can see the clouds. This is vaping at 4.3 volts. This doesn't have wattage on it, so I'm not exactly sure what that is, but you can work it out. 0.4 ohms, 4.3 volts. Big clouds. Just for reference, I've found this performs best at around 40 watts. It's recommended for something like 25 to 30 watts, but anything above 30 watts is what has worked best for me with this tank, at least. I do get spit back. I can't lie, I do get spit back. Maybe like with the Atlantis V2, the spit back went away when I opened the other airflow. So let's see. Yep, spitback's gone once you open up that top drip tip airflow, but the flavor's kind of gone and it's just too airy for me. Just in general, this is very nice. I found the 0.4 ohm coil lasted me about a week, which is standard for these sub-ohm tanks, and coils in general really last me about a week. Say you're paying, the price is cheaper where I got this, but generally in Canada, I know you pay around $20. A lot of places you can pay 15 to 20 bucks for a 5-pack of coils. If that's lasting you a month, I think that's still a pretty decent deal. So this is the 1.8 ohm coil, and it's reading 2 ohms on this iStick 50 watt, and it's at 12 watts, which is the minimum recommended wattage. It's junk. So at least I think it was 12. It was either 12 or 10 or something. It was very low. Let's see what this is like at 16 watts. A bit better. 18. A bit better still. But honestly, 20 watts is where this shines for me. Bump up your nicotine. You can still use high VG juice, but bump up your nicotine. Set this at 20 watts. I recommend putting in your own drip tip, a skinnier drip tip, when it comes to the 1.8 ohm coil, because when you have a wider bore that comes with it, it just doesn't feel right, it doesn't vape right. That's my opinion. So yeah, just a skinnier drip tip helps out a lot. And this is a fantastic multi-lung vape. I can tell you, if I started out with one of these with the 1.8 ohm coil, and I can vape at 20 watts and just get that throat hit that I like with the flavour, because the flavour is phenomenal in this tank. And the juice capacity is decent. It's like 3.5 milliliters, which is not crazy, but with a 1.8 ohm coil, you're not going to be going through juice as fast, not nearly as fast as with the 0.4, that's for sure. And 20 watts, you know, your battery is going to last a longer time. And for me, I vape because I don't want to smoke, right? And this is giving me the same simple craving that I wanted when I first started vaping. I wanted that throat hit. I didn't want to taste the cigarettes, what I did at very first, but once I got past the taste of tobacco. And this is ticking all the boxes for a mouth-to-lung vape that I would want. I still do get a little bit of spit back, but it's nothing to write home about. You know, it's not a problem. What I normally have been doing, and I ran out now, but I was just running a menthol or a mint flavor at 20 watts at like 9 milligrams. I vape at like 3 generally, okay? But with this tank and the 1.8 ohm coil, 9 milligrams is just like, I'm getting that nick fix. I'm not blowing massive clouds, I'm not vaping at extreme wattages or temperatures, but I'm getting a really, really satisfying vape, and that's what I think is a good device. The 0.4 is still a very good coil for if you want a bigger vape, like more clouds, yeah, basically just more clouds. It vapes very well and still maintains that really great flavor. The flavor is probably a bit better. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but the flavor is very good with the stainless steel coils. I've never vaped stainless steel before this, as far as I know, but it vapes well. It doesn't hold up any longer than Canthal, I've found. Still about a week for the coil, but it still vapes nice. If you're out on the go and you need a tank, this is a very good tank. I mean, the juice capacity is a bit low, 3.5 mils for the a subohm coil. You're gonna still go through a lot of juice, okay? So that's one of the things I don't really like about subohm tanks, just going through too much juice. But I can't say that it doesn't vape well. The flavor's on point, the clouds are on point. And I just find it vapes very well. I love the airflow as well. We can bump this up. Let's see how far we can go with this. 4.4. 4.7 volts, we'll see. Just too hot for me, I don't know. But it doesn't, it gets hot, but I don't get dry hits from very high wattages. So this is a very impressive coil, very impressive tank, and I've been blown away by this tank. I picked one of them up at Vape Can from Aspire. It was Vaporous. Let me see if I can find it. Vaporous is the, okay, yeah, Vaporous. They're the Canadian suppliers, or Montreal kind of branch for Aspire in Canada. And I got it at Vape Can for 35 bucks Canadian, which is a really great price. But the price went up, so you're probably going to find it in Canada for around 50 bucks, which is standard kind of for a high-end subohm tank, but it's still, that's a lot for a tank, you know. You can get mods for about 50 bucks now. The other one that I actually just got today came from GearBest, okay, GearBest in China, and the price was a lot better. I can tell you, it was a lot better. The price was around 20 bucks, or 20 to 30 bucks. I think that's US. I'll put the price up here somewhere just to clarify that. But yeah, the price was a lot better than what it is locally in Canada. So that's an option. If you're into waiting a bit longer, it's not bad. It's not bad. You're getting a great tank for a great price. And I definitely recommend this. It comes with a 0.4 ohm coil installed, and it comes with a 1.8 that you can choose from. So what I recommend is, okay, this is how I would do it. I would buy one from China, and I would try both of the coils. I would buy it from China to get the cheaper initial price of the whole tank. Try both of the coils, find out which one you prefer, and then buy the coils locally because you can get them faster, and a lot of places will have these. I believe the coils are interchangeable with the Atlantis, so that's a good thing. And there's also an RTA system, a rebuildable coil actually. It looks exactly like a coil, but it's rebuildable, and you can buy that for it as well, and that's extra. I'm not sure how much it costs, probably around 15 Canadian. And I've never tried it. I'm not really interested in trying it. I haven't heard the best reviews on it. Maybe one of these days I'll try it and let you know, but I mean, it's a good option to have. So yeah, that's about it for the Aspire Triton. Highly recommend this. I'm not big into subohm tanks, but this is checking all the boxes, and having that 1.8 ohm coil. A lot of people have bagged on this 1.8 ohm coil. I don't think they're vaping it right. And I think a lot of people are moving past the idea of wanting something to get rid of the cigarette. I think this can do it. So we'll take a double hit on these. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.
Bring it on and happy.